Are you an entrepreneur? You know you're an entrepreneur. Deep down, all the way to your bones, you feel entrepreneurship. You breathe it, you live it, you dream it, all of that. But you have a job. And by a job, I mean a traditional 9 to 5, 8 to 8, 7 to 4, whatever your thing is, you're working that traditional job. And you're working that job because you have to. You're working that job because you got to pay the bills. You got to save some money. You need the experience. You need the credibility, whatever have you. You're working that job, but you are an entrepreneur, and you just can't seem to let the job go. If that is you, and you or me, then this is a great video for you. Because I'm going to give you 5 reasons your job, your job, is keeping you from being great. If this sounds like something you like and something you'd want to watch in the future, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll be right back with you.
The Real Teddy Talk. The Real Teddy Talk.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl, The Real Teddy Talks, educating you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on entrepreneurship, your hustle and your grind, and building generational wealth. Today's topic is how your job is keeping you from being great. It's keeping you from your greatness. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. The first way your job is keeping you from being great is you are efficient. You're probably one of the most efficient workers in your section, your team, your floor, whatever. And you would think that being efficient somehow meant something good for you, your supervisor, your boss, the owner of the company, the CEO, all those people. But that is not true. What do you get rewarded with when you are super efficient? More work, yes. If you're efficient and you can do your job well and quickly, they reward you with more work. So you're sitting there doing Bob's work and Jane's work and Jim's work in addition to your work. And sometimes you've even convinced yourself that it's better for you just to do it because you know you're going to do it right, you know you're going to get it done quickly, and you know the boss wants you to do it, right? So you're an efficient worker who gets overtasked, and you have convinced yourself that this is how it should be. That is one way your job is keeping you from being great. And that folds into the second way that your job is keeping you from being great, and that is you think they need you. They have convinced you that they cannot do it without you. You are irreplaceable. You are priceless. You are a commodity. You are that thing in your workspace that cannot be done without. And let me tell you, here right now from The Real Teddy Talks mouth, that is a lie. That is a lie that is keeping you chained to your job. Because should, God forbid, anything happen to you that was negative, bad, life-threatening, life-ending, I assure you, if you're really doing that much work at your office, they will replace you. They will have your job advertised and posted by the end of that week, okay? So you are replaceable. They may like having you around, and who wouldn't like having someone around that's getting the job done and getting probably 2 or 3 people's jobs done under this one salary, all right? So you've convinced yourself that they need you, and you've convinced yourself that somehow you like it, okay? So that's the second way your job is keeping you from being great. The third way a lot of us fall prey to where our job keeps us from being great is you start living above your means. And you do this because you're overworked. You're overtasked, you're overworked, you're probably stressed out. You come home and you just want to decompress. And you start rewarding yourself during this decompression. You start buying things that you can afford, right? So you work 50, 60, 80-hour work weeks. And when someone does that, when you sacrificed yourself to that point, you need to replenish yourself. And you replenish yourself with things, right? Or experiences. So you buy a bigger house, you buy a nicer car, you buy fancier clothes or shoes, or ties. If golf is your thing, you buy expensive golf items, golf equipment, electronics. You always that guy or that gal that has the new gadget. Or you take trips. So if you do allow yourself to take vacation from your job, you splurge on these extravagant trips or these extravagant things, and it's all to replenish what you've given to your job. So you're constantly leveling up your life to match your salary. So when you make that extra money, you're not saving it. You're not putting it up. You're not staying in that 2 or 3 bedroom house until you've amassed $300,000 or $400,000, $500,000 in the bank, so you can leave your job and move over to your entrepreneurial effort. You're stuck in that job because every raise you get, you are buying a bigger house. You're buying a nicer car. You're buying another car. You're paying for your kids to go to a better school. You're just doing all these things that keep meeting your salary where it's at, and you're never letting yourself accumulate wealth, right? And you can't accumulate the wealth, then you'll never leave the job. And you'll never really feel like you can leave the job because you're chained to it. So we have to stop living above our means. The fourth way you fall prey to your job keeping you from being great, and I say you fall prey because all of this is within our control, right? It's not anyone doing anything to us. It's us letting these things be done to us, right? So a story we tell ourselves is, I work for a great company, and this great company is doing great things, and I want to stay because I want to help them do their great things. Now, again, everyone ain't meant to be an entrepreneur, okay? They don't have they're risk averse, they don't have the gumption and the balls to do it, and they don't have the mindset to do it. So I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking to them. That's you. I'm sorry. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking about the people that deep down inside know you're an entrepreneur. You know you want to be an entrepreneur, and you're feeling it, you're living it, you're breathing it, you've wanted it since you were a child, and you're just not letting yourself reach that level, reach that greatness in entrepreneurship, right? So you work for a great company, and you want to help them get through and do the thing they're doing. So if they have such a great mission, if they have such a great mission statement or a purpose, why can't you live that purpose in your own business? Why can't you do that thing for your own business? You guys know I'm in the military, right? I'm in the Air Force. And when the military comes up with a new, let's say weapon system, right? Let's talk the down and dirty, what it is. A new weapon system. It's a defense contracting company that usually comes up with it. So we'll say like the Raytheons, the Boeings, Lockheed Martin, whoever they are. And the people that can operate it the best is a contractor. It's not the military. And I hope I'm not using terms that are kind of out of line, like you don't know what they are, but it's not a military person, someone who works for the government, who works for a certain military service. It's a contractor, someone who's contracted to work with a defense contractor. The Raytheons, the Boeings, the Lockheed Martins, etc. They're the ones that can operate these weapon systems or this new thing. And when it's brought to the military, they're the ones that are first using it and teaching the military how to use it. And the contractor may continue to use it. So why am I giving you this example? I'm giving you this example because I may believe deep down in my heart and soul that the Air Force has a great mission, and I want to stick with them along this mission, right? I want to help them achieve their goal. But the person that's profiting, and I'm just talking cold hard cash, like if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to have a profit motive. So the person that's profiting off of that idea is the defense contracting company, which is a publicly traded company who talks about dollars and cents. It's not the mission, it's the money, it's the company making the money. So if I wanted to further that mission, I could go work for Boeing or Lockheed Martin or Raytheon or whoever they are, right? I don't need to work necessarily for the Air Force. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with the Air Force or any of the military services. I'm just saying you can work the mission and you can do it being an entrepreneur. You can work as a independent contractor for a contracting company and be an entrepreneur, working for yourself, deciding when you want to work, deciding how many hours you want to work, for what mission you want to work, for what purpose you want to work. So you can still accomplish those missions on your own terms and not someone else's terms. So don't lie to yourself and think to yourself that you have to be working under a JOB, under a boss to accomplish a great mission or a great purpose. You can do that all by yourself. And the fifth and final way your JOB is keeping you from being great is they've given you just enough independence to slightly make you forget that you're working a job for a company or for a boss or for a CEO. Perfect example is this COVID. For those of you that have been fortunate, and I'm so happy for you that have been able to telework during this COVID times, right? I hope this is a good thing. Like if you have a house full of kids, and I don't say full of kids, but if you have a house with kids and a lot going on, it may not be a great thing to be working from home. But there's a lot of people who appreciate working from home. I am one of them, okay? So if you're one of those people that have been blessed or graced with the opportunity to work from home, and your job is kind of letting you be great by not overtasking you and not clocking every single minute and every hour that you're doing something, you feel that independence and you're like, oh, this is great. You know, I get to work my job. I don't have someone breathing down my neck. I can just work my projects and answer my emails and make sure I'm keeping up with a customer, and I get left alone. So that independence has you forgetting your dreams and your goals, right? Because if you're an entrepreneur, you get the same thing. You get to work for yourself. There's no one clocking you. You get to answer your emails. You get to make sure you have developed a relationship with the customer and work your projects, and you'll be left alone, right? Only you'll be making 100% of that profit versus making 3% of that profit of your company or whatever it would work out to be. So your company is giving you just enough independence to make you feel independent and not realize you're still chained to that paycheck, you're chained to the will of your company, and you're still at the will of your boss, okay? So don't let that independence give you a false sense of security, and don't let that independence at your job convince you that you're kind of like an entrepreneur, because you're not. I say all this to say there's nothing wrong with your job, but if you have that drive and that urge and that desire to be an entrepreneur, you need to do that damn thing, and you don't need to use excuses from your job as to why you can't do it. Don't get lulled into that sense of security. Don't be tricked, and don't start telling lies to yourself to make yourself believe that you can put off your dream, or that you should put off your dream. I want you to go after your dream. I want you to go after your dream full force, 100 miles an hour, and don't stop till you get it. And once you do, you'll realize that the prize has always been in the entrepreneurship. Invest in yourself to 12% a day. Reach your exponential greatness and have phenomenal results at the end of the year. This is The Real Teddy Talks, signing out.